I'm Kristen Joe.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Congratulations to all. It has, a week has passed. It is almost, the week is over.
Oh, yes.
Cameron
what happened?
Oh, what?
Who did what? But I guess,
yes.
just surviving a week
it
is a reason for celebration.
It really is.
Yeah.
Times are tough. Surviving every week is without drama and without anything bad happening is a good thing. It's something to celebrate.
We're still here, yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so of course Friday is a biz dialogue and we've been talking about tariffs.
Yes.
And this will be our last dialogue. And the subtitle, I really like an expression in here. It happens to be one of the expressions right now in the dialogue today. It's a trying time for everyone. Now, okay, when we think of trying or to try, 노력하다, right? 시도하다, that's right. But here it's a trying time.
Yeah.
So, gosh, what does this mean in this context?
Right. So usually we think of a person trying.
Yeah.
Right? But here, it's more like an event or something else is trying us. Is testing us. So this testing here is to see how strong we are. Mm-hmm. So this is another way of saying difficult.
Yeah.
Something that is hard.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say if it's like, you could say it's difficult, but if it's trying, it's very, very difficult. Like it's almost like really testing you as a person.
Yeah.
Really, can I get through this difficult time?
Right. It is kind of the feeling like you can't call yourself a strong person until you've done something where you had to be strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's where the trying and the testing comes with this expression.
Okay. So if you lay off someone, what does this mean?
So lay off here, we're talking about firing someone.
Yeah, that's right.
You no longer have a job.
That's right, because in today's dialogue, the factory, it's a small factory, and they had to lay off some people. Mm-hmm. Okay, we just talked about a trying time. How about this expression? Come to grips, G-R-I-P-S, with something.
This means that you are recognizing the reality and you're not trying to ignore it. Mm-hmm. You're just saying, okay, this is my truth. This is my reality. And I will figure out a way to survive.
Okay, come to grips with something. Mm-hmm. We'll see how it's used in the dialogue. Let's go ahead and listen.
It's pretty quiet in here. What's going on?
I had to lay off half of my employees. There wasn't enough business coming in to pay everyone.
I heard the big smartphone maker had to do the same. It seems that no one is immune to the tariffs.
It's a trying time for everyone. Prices are going up everywhere along with unemployment.
Yeah, I've started to notice price increases at the grocery store.
I've come to grips with the fact that I may have to shut down soon.
Please join us on page 140. You can find our power dialogue there. Tariffs, it's a trying time for everyone. Okay, Arlen says, it's pretty quiet in here. What's going on?
Quinn says, I had to lay off half of my employees. There wasn't enough business coming in to pay everyone.
Okay, so this is very unfortunate. If you are the president or the owner of a company and you have to lay off half of your employees. Oof. So lay off means to let the employees go.
Yes.
Right? Now, there is another word, Cameron, fire. Okay? Why would we use the word lay off as opposed to fire the employees?
So this can be just a nice way of saying fire.
Yeah.
Just to soften it.
Right.
However, the connotation, the nuance with fire is that the employee did something bad.
Yes.
And so they have to be fired, taken out of the company.
Yeah.
Almost like the final punishment.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Whereas a layoff, it sounds nicer, sounds softer, I guess. And it can be here where it doesn't seem to be the employee's problems.
Yeah.
It's that the company doesn't have money.
Right. Or maybe it's the bad economy.
Yeah,
they have to downsize. Yeah,
right. It's the bad company decision, or just in general the economy's bad, so they have no choice, but to get rid of some people.
Okay, so I feel like yes, probably companies even right now worldwide are laying off employees. Okay, so Arlen says, I heard the big smartphone maker had to do the same. It seems that no one is immune to the tariffs. And so, of course, if you're immune to tariffs, it means that you are not affected. But here, it's not immune. So everyone is affected by the tariffs.
Yes.
Okay? Including the big smartphone maker. Then what does Quinn say?
It's a trying time for everyone. Prices are going up everywhere, along with unemployment.
Yeah, it's a trying time for everyone. So when we say that it is a trying time for someone, we are saying it's a difficult time, but more than that, right?
Yeah. So difficult. You can just say difficult. It's almost the same.
Yeah.
But trying really feels like you're starting to reach your limit. Right?
It's like, that's right.
Right? So the trying part, it really is pushing against you and seeing how far you can really go.
Right.
And just kind of enduring the situation.
Yes, it's so true. So yes, you can say it's a difficult time for everyone. True. But if you use the word trying, there is that feeling like you're being tested. You're kind of pushed to your limit.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a trying time for everyone. This is a great expression. If you're going through a very difficult time and you're being tested, mentally, you can say, I'm going through a very trying time right now. Prices are going up everywhere along with unemployment. Unemployment is our power vocab.
So unemployment is whenever you do not have a job.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
And this is also talking about people who aren't children. Most children don't have an official job.
Right.
And students.
Right.
So if you are going to college, if you're going to university or, graduate school, you wouldn't necessarily fall into this unemployment status.
That's right. I'm not an economic expert, but when I hear people talk about the economy, they often talk about, what is the current unemployment rate?
Yeah.
That's kind of a marker, in some ways. Okay. Here's a great expression. Quinn says, I've come to grips with the fact that I may have to shut down soon. Wow. Okay. Two things. Come to grips with something, and then I may have to is our power pattern. So if you have to come to grips with something, first of all, like grip, G-R-I-P, what does this mean?
So to grip means to grab with your hand.
Tightly.
In the same way you can grip a golf club.
Yeah.
Or grip a tennis racket.
Yes.
You're putting your hands around it.
Real tight.
And so it doesn't fall out. Yes. So in the same way, it's like you are understanding and accepting your reality. Come to grips with. You're not letting it go. You're actually holding it in your hand.
Yeah,
you're holding on and saying, this is what my reality is.
Right. You might want to throw away the reality, but no, you are holding it in your hands. You're looking at it and you're kind of accepting it.
Yeah, it's usually a bad situation, a bad reality that you have to come to grips with.
So the bad reality for Quinn in this dialogue is that he may have to shut down soon. So shut down means to close the factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's just closed the business, right? I may have to is our power pattern.
So this is whenever often there is some situation, some possibility that you don't want to do, but it's possible I will have to do this.
Yeah, so right now we don't know. But I may have to means I may have no choice but to do something.
Yeah, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility
It's a possibility.
I have to do it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's go ahead and listen to that dialogue one more time.
It's pretty quiet in here. What's going on?
I had to lay off half of my employees. There wasn't enough business coming in to pay everyone.
I heard the big smartphone maker had to do the same. It seems that no one is immune to the tariffs.
It's a trying time for everyone. Prices are going up everywhere, along with unemployment.
Yeah, I've started to notice price increases at the grocery store.
I've come to grips with the fact that I may have to shut down soon.
Okay, it's time for Power Note. Please join us on pages 142 and 143. Okay, to lay off someone means to ask someone to leave their jobs. And usually, like we said, it's different from fire. And this is just like, we have no money, the economy's bad, we have to let you go. My company had to lay off 50 employees last quarter.
That's terrible. What will those people do now?
Yeah. To lose that job? Oh boy. Jessica was laid off after the merger, which is very true. M&A,
Yeah.
right? Mergers and acquisition. Usually, there's always going to be layoffs because you're combining two companies into one.
Yeah, and it's called redundancy.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that two people are doing the same job.
So we don't need two people.
So we don't need two people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been laid off, Cameron, from a job?
No.
Me too. Thank goodness. I mean,
it's kind of different when you're a freelancer. You don't really get
true.
laid off
Right.
as a freelancer. You have to be like a contracted regular employee.
Sure. You've worked at like full-time. You've had full-time jobs, but you've never been laid off.
No. Well, I also didn't stay there very long.
Okay.
My longest full-time job was like 6 months.
6 months?
And then I said, bye. See you later.
Oh,
So I left.
Oh, you left. Well, I lasted for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I was at a company for 2 years. And then I decided, I think I need to go back to grad school.
So you haven't been laid off either.
No, I hadn't. So I don't know what that would feel like. But I would think that, to not be able to leave a company on your own terms.
Yeah.
Meaning on your own will.
Yeah.
That must feel really bad.
Yeah, and I mean, if that's your income, that puts you in a very difficult position.
Absolutely. Okay. A trying time is a difficult, stressful, emotionally challenging time. Starting over in a new city was a trying time for me.
But you finally adjusted to it and are doing well.
Yeah. So I do feel like trying time is not only just stressful, but it's also many other things that make it difficult.
Right.
Not just one thing.
Yeah, it's usually a bunch of things coming together.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Losing her cat was a trying time for Maria. Okay, so it's used in this context when you lose someone or something, a pet that you love.
Yeah.
It could be a trying time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it could be maybe you or someone you are close to gets very sick. Right?
Yeah.
Some people, a sickness where they're in the hospital a lot.
Right.
You're worried that they will survive. That can be a trying time.
Yeah. Because when you are caring for a sick person, a very sick person, you gotta maintain your life. Then you gotta take care of that person.
Yeah.
Then you get tired. I mean, there are many things involved in
Yes.
taking care of a person full time.
Yeah, it can be that or maybe a scandal.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
maybe the CEO, there was a scandal with the CEO.
Yeah.
And now it's a trying time for the company.
Yes.
They got rid of the CEO, but now we've got to
the image.
save the company image.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So there are a lot of things that are going on at the same time that's really making it very difficult. So when we lose somebody, when we're grieving, it could be a trying time. When someone gets a divorce,
Oh, yes.
that could also be a very trying time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these big things I feel that happen in your life can be described very much as a trying time.
It's testing you as a person.
Yeah.
How strong are you?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
How hardworking are you?
That's right.
Yeah.
Can you endure this pain?
Mm-hmm.
Right. All of those things. Okay. Come to grips with something means to begin to accept or deal with something difficult or something unpleasant, like reality. How is Suzanne after finding out she can't have a baby?
It took her a while to come to grips with the diagnosis.
This is real.
Yeah.
You know, women who want to have a baby and then they've tried everything. It didn't work out. And it's kind of hard to accept that reality because you have a little hope.
Yes. Mm-hmm. If you have those dreams and those goals to have a family.
Yeah.
And you find out you can't naturally have that family.
Right.
It takes a while for you to be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is the idea of coming to grips with the fact that you're not going to have a child.
Yes.
Or maybe you're not married. You know, you're single. You haven't found someone. You're 60 years old. So finally, you know, it's been very hard to accept, but you have come to grips with this reality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you want to be an Olympic athlete, but you're not very good. And you have to come to grips with the fact that you're not good.
It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to get into, you know, Seoul National University.
Yeah.
Or some big university.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you know, your grades and your scores are not.
Yeah.
And you've been dreaming this since you were 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might have to come to grips with the fact that you might have to go to another school.
Yeah. Or maybe you have an idol that you think is really handsome or really beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And then you find out they're dating someone else.
Oh, no.
Okay. They're not going to date me now. You have to come to grips with that reality.
Well, we gave a lot of examples.
Yeah.
Okay, I think our listeners understand this expression. Okay, I may have to is a feeling that, I don't know, I don't want to, but I might have to.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I may have to turn on the air conditioner in this heat.
The electric bill's going to go
yeah,
up.
I don't want to. It's going to be a lot, but it's just too hot.
I may have to take out a loan. I want to go to an Ivy League school, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
I don't have the money.
It's so true.
I may have to take out a loan.
Yeah. You know, my best friend's son is going to a private school. And they were like, oh, we might have to take out a loan.
Yeah.
And they did. Yeah. So I might have to. You don't want to do it, but you're going to have to do it. Okay, our power vocab today is the word unemployment. Okay, do check out the definition on page 144, and please stop by Audio Ohakdang. What do you do there?
For a small monthly fee, you can listen to so many great programs, including this show and Evening Special. 2 great shows that we definitely recommend.
Okay, very good. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.